It is better to suffer an injustice than to commit one. Do not grieve over someone who changes all of the sudden. It might be that he has given up acting and returned to his true self. I call myself a peaceful warrior because the battles we fight are on the inside. Remember, no human condition is ever permanent. Then you will not be overjoyed in good fortune, nor too scornful in misfortune. Better to do a little well than a great deal badly. There is no learning without remembering. When I was young, I believed that life might unfold in an orderly way, according to my hopes and expectations. But now I understand that the way winds like a river, always changing, ever onward. My journeys revealed that the way itself creates the warrior, that every path leads to peace, every choice to wisdom, and that life has always been and will always be arising in mystery. Nothing is so well learned as that which is discovered. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. Do it because it's in your heart, not because you want something in return. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. Obligation sends the children to bed on time, but love tucks the covers in around their necks and passes out kisses and hugs. Yesterday is about experience, tomorrow is about hope, today is about transitioning from one to the other. The happiest people on earth don't have the best of everything. They make the best of everything. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Fear of women, love more than hate the man. An honest man is always a child. Only the knowledge that comes from inside is the real knowledge. If you can do only a little, do what you can. What you cannot enforce, do not command. Whenever, therefore, people are deceived and form opinions wide of the truth, it is clear that the error has slid into their minds through the medium of certain resemblances to that truth. You never know a line is crooked unless you have a straight one to put next to it. In every person, there is a sun. Just let them shine. The real danger in life is not death, but living an evil life. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Silence is a profound melody for those who can hear it above all the noise. Sometimes you have to let go to see if there was anything worth holding on to. It is better to make a mistake with full force of your being than to carefully avoid mistakes with a trembling spirit. Marry a good woman and be happy the rest of your life, or marry a bad and become a good philosopher. The years wrinkle our skin, but lack of enthusiasm wrinkles our soul. How can you call a man free when his pleasures rule over him? Lies are the greatest murder. They kill the truth. To find yourself, think for yourself. My friend, care for your psyche. Know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. We are what we think we are. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. This is a universe that does not favor the timid. Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Most people, including ourselves, live in a world of relative ignorance. We are even comfortable with that ignorance because it is all we know. When we first start facing truth, the process may be frightening, and many people run back to their old lives. But if you continue to seek truth, you will eventually be able to handle it better. In fact, you want more. It's true that many people around you now may think you are weird or even a danger to society, but you don't care. Once you've tasted the truth, you won't ever want to go back to being ignorant. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is habit. When you want success as badly as you want the air, then you will get it. There is no other secret of success. Wisdom adorneth riches and casteth a shadow over poverty. There is no possession more valuable than a good and faithful friend. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. Understanding a question is half an answer. Trust not a woman when she weeps, for it is her nature to weep when she wants her will. To believe without evidence and demonstration is an act of ignorance and folly. Marry or marry not, in any either case, you'll regret it. The unexamined life is not worth living. People learn more on their own rather than being force-fed. Be the kind of person that you want people to think you are. I am a fool, but I know I'm a fool, and that makes me smarter than you. I don't care what people say about me. I do care about my mistakes. In childhood be modest, in youth temperate, in adulthood just, and in old age prudent. It is possible that a man could live twice as long if he didn't spend the first half of his life acquiring habits that shortens the other half. There are two kinds of disease of the soul, vice and ignorance. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. To move the world, we must move ourselves. Wisdom begins in wonder. No one can teach, if by teaching we mean the transmission of knowledge in any mechanical fashion from one person to another. The most that can be done is that one person who is more knowledgeable than another can, by asking a series of questions, stimulate the other to think, and so cause him to learn for himself. We can do nothing without the body. Let us always take care that it is in the best condition to sustain us. True wisdom lies in one's confession about the limits of one's knowledge. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. The uninitiated are those who believe in nothing except what they can grasp in their hands and who deny the existence of all that is invisible. A free soul ought not to pursue any study slavishly, for nothing that is learned under compulsion stays with the mind. If he who does not know kept silent, discord would cease. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. The first key to greatness is to be in reality what we appear to be. Be true to thine own self.